This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Mayhem writes in, can you comment on the night Seth Rollins was nearly impaled by the cage spike? Who would have been watching at Gorilla? Did you agent the match? This was back in Raw, I think in like September of 2014. But as the cage is coming down, this is a different looking cage. There's a giant spike and Seth doesn't know it's coming. This could have been really bad and was the talk of the internet that evening. Do you remember this?
No. Was he standing on the floor?
No, he wasn't standing on the floor. He was like scooting out of the ring. Maybe he was going back in to get his belt, but the cage is coming down and he's trying to beat the count. But it was almost like a fucking Indiana Jones type moment.
No, I don't remember that, but God, I'm kind of glad I didn't see it because that's one of those things that could happen. You know what I mean? It's so far-fetched that it actually could fall underneath the cracks and could happen at some point. But I don't remember seeing that. I must, the fact that producers are in the backstage area when certain matches are going on, there's a lot of stuff that happens that, you don't get to just sit and watch the show.
Right.
So that might've been something that I just missed and wasn't privy to the conversation. And maybe the people working there didn't think it was as close a whiff as maybe the audience thought it was. A lot of things could have happened. Who knows?
Captain Zach writes in, back when SmackDown was not live and a botch happened, I've heard Bruce and others talk about making the talent quote unquote redo something. How do you go about doing that? Like if a finish looked bad or something was missed, do you send the guys back out?
Yeah, obviously, when we were there before, back in 88, when we were wrestling there, and if you'd have told me this, I'd have headbutted you probably for insulting me. My intelligence. Back in the day, they would have one thing go wrong in a match that they didn't like, and they would have them wait about 30 minutes and go back and have the exact same match, but fix the one mistake that was perceived in that match. So if it was 15-minute match, you would go back and have to do the entire match. I saw Bret Hart and Kurt Hennig have a match, and I was sitting there with my jaw on the ground going, good God, these guys are tearing the joint down. Well, apparently there was like 30 seconds at the front end of the thing where Kurt was just jawing at the audience or whatever he was doing, just something ridiculous, but it fit within the confines of the match. But they just felt like he stalled too long. Well, other than just pull that up and take that out, and with technology being what it was, they could have easily fixed it that way. They had to go back out 20 minutes later and do that entire match again, but just start quicker, if you can believe that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I saw it. Yeah, I saw it in practice several times. And let me tell you something, the audience would just sit there looking at each other. They weren't popping the second go around. After about 3 or 4 minutes, they would go, well, this is the exact same match they already had earlier.
Right.
Nobody cared. Nobody put any emphasis on, hey, let's just go ahead and smarten up the audience. 100%. Let's beat them over the head with the fact that it's all bullshit. It's all preordained.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.